Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Wherever you may be, whatever you may be doing, however you may be feeling, hello. I wanted to talk today about what I've been experiencing these last few weeks. And it's been really quite interesting because it's a feeling that in some ways I've felt before, but in many ways is very new to me. It's been an insecurity that has come from a place of presence and being grounded in self. And I guess being from a place of wholeness as opposed to previously when the insecurity might have come from a place of missing or lack. And it has been a strange feeling because like I said before, it has felt familiar. You know, insecurity, everybody feels insecurity, and we know what that feeling is like. However, what's been different with it is that there's just been a deep understanding and knowing that this too shall pass, which upon reflection has been really quite comforting. So the insecurity, what has it been? It's been really a place not of questioning, or not a place of not knowing as much as it's been a place of curiosity. And there's almost a deep sense that it's a door which needs opening. And there's been a fear around opening that door. And, part of the process has been working out what that fear is, where it's coming from. And, I'll talk about that in a later talk. But I heard something the other day from a coach of mine who I've done courses with and had sessions with, and is out there in social media. Anyways, she was saying how she was going through something not too dissimilar, and she'd found herself in a place of really comfort, and that resonated with me. I just didn't really understand and realize it until she said it. I'd gotten to a place of comfort in this journey. I have my rituals, I do my meditations, I do all of the above. And I guess I use the analogy of, going up some stairs in a building. And I'd gotten to the whatever number floor, and I'd walked up onto it. I'd opened the door and I was walking through the level of the floor, and I was really comfortable, and I'd taken a seat and I was sitting down there on that floor, and I could see the door at the end of the corridor, which leads to the staircase, which goes up to the next floor. And everything I was talking about walking through the door, that fear was there. I was in a nice warm place. There's good music, good people, good food. I was enjoying where I am right now. What I'm starting to realize is, or perhaps that feeling wasn't necessarily insecurity as much as it was me telling myself, we need to keep going. We need to keep growing. We need to go through that door and keep walking up those stairs to the next floor, and then through the next set of stairs to the next floor, and on and on and on. I guess that's it. This is a journey. Growth continues. I remember, and this might resonate with some of you, this feeling of, or belief that there was an end state. I needed to get out of this pain. I needed to get out of this difficulty. And that if I did all of these things, I would get to this place and state of bliss, i.e. the end game, the end state. And what I've come to realize is that the building just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. And the feeling that you felt on the 10th floor is very different to the feeling that you felt on the 4th floor, and is going to be immensely different to the one that you feel on the 16th, 17th, and 20th. And for me right now, that's very exciting. There's still fear. I'm curious though. I'm now curious about what's beyond the door at the end of the corridor, and what's going to happen when I go up those stairs, and what am I going to see on that floor above. I'm excited about it. I don't really know how it's going to pan out. However, I guess that's part of trusting and embracing the process, isn't it? And so really my talk today is about accepting change and looking at it from the perspective of curiosity. and looking at it from the perspective of growth and your inner child, the universe, spirit, God, helping you get to the place that you want to get to, and reminding you that more often than not, it's ourselves who get in our own way. And part of this journey is showing up for ourselves and getting out of the way of ourselves so that we can grow and go through that door, walk up those stairs, and go to the floor above. So what is it that I'm saying? What does this mean for you? Well, potentially it's about curiosity, and it's about embracing change and taking that time to really sit, think, and look at where you are now, and really, really sitting and looking at it. Because if I look at it now, and sometimes we've got our head down so much in life and growth and spirituality and whatever the case may be, and we're just grinding. We're walking up those stairs, walking through those floors, pushing through the next door, walking up those stairs, especially in those early days where we just want to keep going. And we get to that place where we're starting to lift our heads up a bit more and looking around us. And there's not as much energy as there was before. You're not pushing as hard as you were before. And you're starting to enjoy the journey. You're starting to enjoy the walk. You're starting to look around on the floors and be like, hey, this is really cool. And, what do I say to myself? I say to myself, and, perhaps it's something you all out there can say to yourselves as well, is really take that time to look back at what you have achieved, where you are, and remember that journal entry that you made, or that conversation you had with a friend, or that cry you had in the car, and that intention that you set that morning, and realize that, wow, I'm here. And getting here is great. It's wonderful, and it goes back to the point that I was saying. It's about an insecurity without that sense of emptiness, lack, whatever the word you want to use. There's a security and confidence that I have, having anchored myself in myself through the growth and through knowing that, you may have up days, you may have not so up days. And it's, for me at least, about sitting with that, being present with that, and knowing that this too shall pass and tomorrow's a new day. And it more often than not is. And it is a new day. So it's taking that time to stop, look around, and really give yourself some gratitude, some thanks, some love, some praise, a pat on the back, and recognition for what you have done. And to enjoy this time, and to embrace it, and to accept it, and accept that the insecurity is there, and listen to what it's trying to tell you. And for me, it's telling me to get up off the couch and keep walking down this corridor, grab the door handle, open the door, and walk through it and go up those stairs. So the steps that I'm taking has been really to sit with this, acknowledge the feeling, look at it, get deep in it, accept it, listen to what it's trying to tell me, and to just do it. One of the insecurities that I've had has been around making this podcast. And, a coach and mentor of mine, as you heard in the previous podcast, said to me, just do it. And that's it. Just do it. There will be a lot of mental barriers that come up for us. And the way to get through that mental barrier is to just do it. Pick up your phone, plug in your mic, press record, and just do it. Record the meditation, record the podcast. Apply for that job, quit that job, ask that person out, go on that retreat. Whatever it may be, just do it. Thank you for your time. I hope this resonated with someone out there. All the best.